Shalom, shalom, everybody. Chag, Pesach. To everybody out there, happy Passover. Man, got to bring it in with my brothers. Last night, the shadows, man. Awesome time, man. Thank you to them for having me and for the fellowship, for the wines. Man, your boy was out. All praise to the Most High, though. Everything decent and in order. I ain't passed out till I got back home, but this Sabbath rest was brought to me by Pesach. Man, I slept good. I saw a meme. No, I'm not even going to repeat that. But shout out to my brothers of Shadows. Shout out to my brother Ebenezer. Shout out, last week I was blessed to even get to hang out with my brother from right here. Y'all know him from right here on YouTube, the brother New Breed. Got the fellowship with that brother last weekend. So, man, it's just been real blessed recently, man. I'm happy. I can't complain about much. All praises to the Most High. And then there's y'all. Love y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in one more time. And I ain't going to talk. I'm about to get right into what y'all came for. I hope. This is part 2 of the Forsake the Foolish and Live. This part is called Who is the Fool? We going to identify who is the fool according to the Most High, according to the word of the Most High. Not what we might call somebody a fool for, but what the Most High consider somebody a fool for doing. This what we going to learn about right now. Psalm 14. The fool has said in his heart, there is no Elohim. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works, and there is none that doeth good. Yah looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek Elohim. They are all gone aside. They are altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. Have all of the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread, and call not upon Yah? There were they in great fear, for Yah is in the generation of the righteous. Oh, that the salvation of Israel were come out of Zion. When Yah bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice, and Israel shall be glad. And let's get it from the Amplified Bible. Folly and wickedness of men. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. The spiritually ignorant fool has said in his heart, there is no Elohim. They are corrupt and have committed repulsive and unspeakable deeds. There is none that does good. Yah has looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there are any who understand and act wisely, who truly seek after Elohim, longing for his wisdom and guidance. Here I go. And there's a button. Here we go right here. Here we go. We seeking them. But when they're speaking about the masses, they have all turned aside. Together, they have become corrupt. There is no one who does good, not even one. Wow. Have all the workers of iniquity and wickedness and injustice, have all the workers of wickedness and injustice no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread, and do not call upon Yah? Where they tremble with great fear, there they tremble with great fear, for Elohim is with the consistently righteous generation. You evildoers shamefully plot against the poor, plan against the poor, but Yah is his safe refuge. Oh, that the salvation of Israel would come out of Zion, when Yah restores his captive people. Then Jacob will rejoice, Israel will be glad. Now let's get that Psalm 53 and 1. This is Psalm 53 and 1. To the chief musician upon Mahalath, Maskil, a psalm of David. The fool has said in his heart, there is no Elohim. Corrupt are they, and have done abominable iniquity. There is none that doeth good. Psalm 53 is actually basically a repeat of Psalm 14. And so let's go back real quick and confirm something. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verses 5 and 6. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yah, my mighty one, this is Moses speaking, by the way, commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Now let's go here. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Elohim, the Most High, and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. New Living Translation puts it like this. That's the whole story. Here now is my final conclusion. Fear Elohim and obey his commands, for this is everyone's duty. Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of Yah is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and correction. So, would you say it's safe to say that fools are the ones who despise the commandments of our wisdom and instruction? They despise the commandments. That's what makes one a fool, according to the Most High. Let's get some more on it, just before we just settle. Get a couple more. Proverbs 15 and 32. He that refuseth instruction despiseth his own soul, but he that heareth reproof getteth understanding. Berean Study Bible puts it this way. He who ignores discipline or ignores the commandments despises himself, hates their own self. But whoever heeds correction gains understanding. Proverbs 15 and 31. The ear that heareth the reproof of life, the commandments, abideth among the wise. Now let's get this warning. Proverbs 21 and 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding, which is the commandments, shall remain in the congregation of the dead. That's a scary place to be. That's somewhere I don't want to be. That's why I want to keep these commandments close by me. Amplified Bible. A man who wanders from the way of understanding with godly wisdom, the commandments, will remain in the assembly of the dead. Ezekiel 18 and 24. But when the righteous turneth away from his righteousness, and committeth iniquity, and doeth according to all the abominations that the wicked man doeth, shall he live? All his righteousness that he hath done shall not be mentioned, and his trespass, and in his sin that he hath sinned, in them shall he die. Confirms, I have a dream of me going back to ways that I know better than now. And it's a recurring dream. It's like every time it always ended something real messed up happening to me. So that just always remind me of this verse, like just to stay, like my brother Mark the Messenger always say, like we can stumble out of the way of protection of our Heavenly Father by not keeping the commandments, by sinning. You know, like that's how we take our protection off. Like it's a verse in Judith that said nothing will happen to these people unless they sin against their Creator. So we got to be super careful out here nowadays, and there's so much stuff geared specifically to make us go astray, to make us go off and away from the commandments of our Heavenly Father. But the enemy knows that's the only way that they can touch us, is when we're not doing what the Heavenly Father wants us to do. That's how we step out of that protective shield. So let's just be super careful, man, and do our best to stay under our Heavenly Father's protective shield and stay in his protection, his where he wants us to be, so that we can abide in that secret place, like Psalm 91 say. Shout out to the brothers at Shema Yisrael who did an excellent teaching on that last week. Thoroughly enjoyed that. But yeah, man, once again, just so we don't ramble on and on, so I don't ramble on and on and on, I'm just here to say, man, if you don't keep these commandments, not keeping these commandments, not wanting to hear these commandments and stuff like that, that's what makes somebody a fool. Not whatever anybody have been taught over all these years would make somebody a fool. That's what really makes somebody a fool. Somebody who don't keep these commandments. And let me get y'all one more verse to show you how important it is to, like keep the commandments and always be willing to hear them and hear, like instruction and rebuke that come from the commandments. Turn this 1 second. This is Proverbs 28 and 9. We're going to start with the King James, and then we're going to get another translation as we go forward. This is Proverbs 28 and 9 one more time. And it reads like this. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination. So the Most High don't even want to hear your prayer if you're not trying to hear the law, trying to hear his law. Berea Study Bible. Whoever turns his ear away from hearing the law, which is the commandments, even his prayer is detestable. It's disgusting to the Most High. He don't want to hear that. People don't tell you that. I ain't heard no church tell nobody nothing like that. But we here to tell you exactly what the book say. Not what somebody else said, some third party, fourth party, whoever said. We here to tell you what the word say. So these commandments are so important, man. And it's free. He's giving it to us for free. Like we read last week, wisdom cries out. Wisdom wants to be heard. Wisdom wants to be with us. We the ones that turn it down. We the ones that refuse it. So all I'm saying, man, don't be a fool. Keep the commandments to the best of your ability. Pray for understanding. Pray for strength, whatever it is that we might need that's stopping us from keeping them. Pray to have these things. Pray to have these virtues, because it's getting really real out here now, man. Real about a day. And it's the wrong time not to have the Heavenly Father on outside. Guarantee you that. That being said, I ain't going to hold y'all long. With my folks say, hold a long bench. I ain't going to keep y'all. But we can go ahead. Pray that we have a blessed week to come. And pray that we see each other again real soon. All right? Shalom.